Hi YouTube, it's Neen or Neen's Love 1 reporting for my 1 week post-op video. 1 week already, I can't believe it. I know that this time last week I was just praying that I could say it was a week because I was so nauseous and I couldn't hold any liquids down and I was just like, what am I doing? Those thoughts have surely went to bay and I am feeling so much better. And I remember watching West Oz Girl 013 or Kristen's video thinking, she looks so happy, and here I am so completely miserable that I can't wait until I feel like the way she looks. So here I am. Actually today I slept yesterday. It was yesterday was 1 week. Today is 8 days, but 8 days post-op, and I'm feeling amazing. I really am. Still a little bit of soreness in my belly area. But I'm doing my liquids well, and I'm actually feeling hungry. I've heard a lot of people talk about head hunger, and I really don't feel that it's head hunger because I'm not craving things that I know I shouldn't have. It's just my stomach starts to growl every 2 hours, so I feed it. And it's amazing because I think to myself, is this right? Is this okay? But then I look at my food journal and I'm like, okay, I mean, you're eating, 2 ounces of food. Maybe some things I can slide, like slider things like the sugar-free Jell-O or pudding, I can do up to like 1/4 cup. But that's nearly what I was eating before, like nearly 1/4 of what I was eating before. So, when I think about it that way, I'm like, okay, I'm doing well. I'm still having a hard time getting my 64 fluid ounces in. I'm doing about 30 to 40. So that's something that each day I work towards. But I feel like I'm drinking more now than I did before. So as long as I'm not showing any signs of dehydration, as long as I keep them liquids going every day and don't slip below that 30 mark, then I'm pretty satisfied with that. But it is my goal to keep trying to hit that 64 ounce. I don't know if I had mentioned it on other videos, but it's really awesome that I have a sleeve sister, Odessa, or Beautiful Heart 76. She and I were sleeved on the same day, and we became friends, I guess it's been over a year. I'm a photographer, and she came into the studio with her son, and we had talked about, our woes of dieting and, the different types of diets that we've done. And we even tried a couple of rounds of HCG together and kind of were buddies with that. And after my second round of HCG, when I decided that I was going to check out Dr. K, I said, you know what, I'm doing this and I think that you should too. And she says, you know what, I'm thinking about it and I will. So we've been going through this journey together. We were sleeved on the same exact morning, just hours of each other. And it is so awesome to, text her and talk to her every day and say, hey, how you feeling today, sis? What's going on? Are you getting your fluids in? And she texts me and says, how are you? Is the nausea gone? And, how much are you drinking? And how are you tolerating this and that? And it is amazing. It really is awesome to have a partner in this. So I'm going to give a shout out to Dessa again, Beautiful Heart 76. So check her out. She just made her first video. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to a couple people who really encouraged me over the last week, and that is, again, Kristen, West Oz Girl 013, and also Slim and Jax, Jackie, and Rachel Ray 0929. You guys really gave me, some support and told me to hang in there, and I did, of course, and here I am feeling much better. I also want to send some good vibes to Husky to Healthy. I just subscribed to his video channel, and he was having a really rough time, so I hope things are looking up for you and that you're feeling better. We're just sleeved, 4 days apart, so feel free to send me messages and check out my progression as well. This community is amazing, and we can all help each other out in some way or another. So let's get on to what I've been eating, or drinking, I should say. I did the 3 days for my doctor's protocol. I did 3 days of clear liquids. So when I came home from the hospital on Tuesday, only one night stay in the hospital for me, when I came home Tuesday, the water was really making my stomach upset. And when I talked to the nutritionist, you know, it kind of made sense what she said, that, you know, water, if you think about when you have a stomach virus and you drink water, you just get sick because for some reason water just doesn't settle well. So she told me to go out and get some of the Gatorade G2, which is the low sugar, low calorie Gatorade. And I was able to help. That was, you know, easy for me to keep down. So I've been doing the Gatorade and then the water, and I would do some chicken broth and things like that, sugar-free Jello for my first 3 days. And my first day I only got in like 6 ounces. My second day I went up to I think 12 or 18, and then my third day I was up to like 19, 20 ounces. So I had a progression, which was really good, but I could see that I was starting to dehydrate a little bit because, not to be gross, but my urine was really dark and I had like white on my tongue. So I knew in my mind that I had to start pumping those fluids and getting them in so that way I wouldn't dehydrate. So after day 3 home from the hospital, I started to do whole liquids. So I was doing things like low calorie, low fat yogurt and cottage cheese. I also did some regatta cheese and some sugar-free pudding, and kept doing the juices, I mean the water and the Gatorade, and also the chicken broth. I also went on to cream soups. Lipton makes a creamy chicken soup that was really, really good. You just pour it into a mug, mix it around. There's no chunks in it. The only bad thing, it doesn't have any protein. It's like less than 1 gram of protein, but I think it was only like 60 calories and it was low in fat. So that was really good. So if you're, you know, able to move on to that stage and you can do the cream soups, that's one that I really recommend. So now, like I said earlier, I feel like about every 2 hours I'm ready for something. So I'll get, you know, 2 ounces or so of, like this morning, for example, I had my protein shake first. Now the thing with the protein shakes is I'm really trying to get 3 in a day so I keep my protein up, because call me vain, the last thing that I want is to lose my hair. I'll take it if it happens, you know, I'll take anything that throws at me, but, you know, I'm really trying to keep the protein levels up so that way I have the energy, I'm not as hungry, and also I'm not going to have any hair loss because I have a lot of hair that I like. But, so I did my protein shake, I did the 8 ounces, but the first 4 ounces will go in pretty good, like maybe 30, 40 minutes, but then that last 4 ounces I really struggle with. So it takes me a good 2 hours to sit there and drink that in the morning, and that's just taking my time and sipping. So that brings me from like 8 to about 10. And then I'll start some water around, you know, 11 o'clock, and then I get hungry again at 11:30. So I'll get a little bit of like cream of wheat or some cottage cheese, and I'll eat that. And then a couple hours later I'm hungry again, so I'll get some soup. And then in a couple hours I'll have another protein shake. And then I'll, you know, and in between I'm constantly sipping water or the Gatorade to keep my fluids in me. So, but one thing I found last night that was really, really good, and my girlfriend who had bariatric surgery, she had the gastric bypass, led me on to this. It was the regatta cheese mixed with a little bit of tomato sauce, and I found like a healthy tomato sauce that was lower in calories and sugar. So I mixed that together, heated it up in the microwave for just a few seconds to get it, you know, room temperature, and that was amazing. It was like lasagna without the guilt. So that's a really good thing to try as well. So that's what I've been eating. Next we go with the weight. I started my, and I don't think I've even talked numbers since I've been on here, but I started my pre-op diet at 275.4 pounds. At the end of my diet, one day of surgery, I was 263 pounds even. And today, 1 week post-op, I was 250 pounds and 8 ounces. 250.8. Like, wow. I mean, I dropped 24.6 pounds since April 28th when I started my pre-op diet, and a total of 12.2 pounds of that has been since my surgery. So 12.2 pounds since my surgery on May 9th. I am completely and utterly shocked. Like, when you watch these videos and you think, wow, is my body going to do that? Am I going to be able to do that? And you're constantly wondering if it's going to happen for you. And then when it does, you're like, wow. So that's really awesome. But aside from the pounds that I lost, I've been keeping track of my inches as well. And we did all the, the neck, the arm, the bust, the waist, the thighs, the hips, the thighs, and the calf. And my husband measured me the day I started my pre-op diet, and then I measured myself at 1 week post-op, and I lost a total of 16.25 inches totally over my body. I think that that's amazing. I can't believe it. So that's what's been going on weight-wise. So I'm very, very, very pleased so far. I'm not getting ahead of myself because I still have a long way to go, 100 pounds to go to get to my goal, but I'm very, very pleased. I did have a non-scale victory, and I can't believe it. I went to the bank. It was like the first time I went out of the house in a week. I went to the bank yesterday, and the teller says, "Are you losing weight?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." "Oh, wow, you look great." She didn't want to ask me how much weight I've lost, but she asked my husband for some reason. It was like, "How much did she lose?" And he says, "About 24 pounds. And she's like, "Wow, tell her to keep going." And I'm like, "Yeah, I will keep going." So it just feels really awesome. So, I mean, I've lost 20, 30 pounds before. Nobody's ever said anything to me. So I don't know that if I don't know if I'm losing it differently or what. My husband started saying it to me about 3 days ago, and I'm like, "You're crazy, I haven't lost, you can't tell already, it's only been a week, or 3 weeks since my pre-op diet." And he's like, "You can tell. Here, I'm going to take a picture of you," because for me, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm a photographer or what, but I think that we see each other, I know for a fact, when we look at a picture of ourselves, we see something different. We see what everybody else sees in the picture, but when we look at a reflection, it's opposite. So we're used to the reflection, and then you look at your picture and it looks different to you. That's because that's not what you're used to seeing, but everybody else thinks that picture's gorgeous because that's what they're used to seeing. So, and I also think the camera adds weight to a person. So when he took my picture with his cell phone and turned around and showed it to me, I just went, wow, I do see it. So that was a really awesome non-scale victory. Also, another one is that I have ankles. Like, I can't believe the amount of water weight that I've lost because my ankles and legs retain water. I think I mentioned that in my first video. And I have no water weight, to the fact that I can feel my bones in my shins, and I can push on my leg and not have an indentation, and it feels amazing. So that's a really great non-scale victory for me. So 1 week, I'm feeling great. Thank you for all the support. I'm going to do a body shot, and hopefully you'll be able to see the body shot now, and I'll try to do one every, like, maybe once a month or so. So let's see if we can do this. So, I haven't done this yet, but so this is me now, 1 week post-op. Here. So enjoy, everybody, and have a great week.